right. Good afternoon. My name is Darley Renee. I am a senior at Academy for College Preparation and Career Exploration, and located in Brooklyn, New York. When I first heard about the study skills workshop, my expectations were that this was going to be something helpful for college, because studying has a big impact on your college grades, and it's a necessity for college and passing your classes. So I was expecting something meaningful. I was expecting something that would be helpful for college. One of the things I still use to this day, that I learned about, was the Cornell notes. I had thought that I was taking notes in a proper way, where it was concise, it was short, but with the Cornell notes and the method of note taking that they had taught us, um, I've come to realize that certain words that I was putting in the notes weren't necessary. Also, the way I was formatting the notes with keywords and a definition next to it, um, it needed improvement. And through this workshop, I was able to improve that and take my note taking skills to the next level. My maps was This session wasn't the first time that it was introduced to me. I had a AP psychology class that I took last year, where we visited the idea of placing certain ideas in certain places in your brain. So you would create a room, and you would associate ideas with certain things. And with this workshop, it allowed me to revisit that and strengthen that foundation that I had already had. And yeah, it was super helpful. Mind maps are great for test taking because you can't remember every single words, but if you associate it with a certain object that you like or a certain place, then you're able to revisit that place and remember, oh, this idea connects to that. The way that the workshop will help me study better and be more effective in my academic performance is through, one, as I said, the note taking. Two, the planning. The planning was another big thing that I want to speak on, because procrastination is a big thing in our generation. And if I feel as if, with me having to plan out my day and plan out what I need to study on what days I need to study it, that's gonna put me leagues ahead of others, and make sure I'm staying on top of my classes, on top of my work, and getting the grades that I desire. The structure and the pace of the workshop was perfect in my opinion, simply because it wasn't too fast, it wasn't too slow. If you had a question, they stopped it, made sure your question was addressed. Um, it it was a very steady pace, so it wasn't fluctuating at times. So it was wonderful in that aspect. My thoughts on Cam and his fluency and his expertise, was that, for one, immediately when we first got into the Zoom link, it was an immediate connection where I knew for sure that this was somebody who was capable. He went to my he went to He's an alumni of Boston College, so that was something that I was like, okay, you know, this is clearly somebody who knows what they're talking about. And two, Cam, he he has a way of wording things where it's understandable to everybody in the classroom. And his when he's teaching, it's not just here, here, here. He adds in examples. He gives you like little backstories on how to on how this came about, or the type of method that he's teaching you. So as you're learning, you're able to make connections with the stories that he's telling you, and the you're able to make connections basically in your brain about the subject that he's teaching on. If I were to give one advice on this workshop to my fellow peers and classmates, it would be that when you're joining the Zoom, make sure you come in ready to learn. Make sure you come in with a pen and paper, ready to take notes. Try to absorb and soak in as much of the information as possible, and retain as much of the information as possible, because it is all helpful and it's all amazing. I would 100% recommend this workshop to other students, simply because I understand that I'm a proficient student where I'm able to like uh, get my work done and hold myself accountable. But for those who aren't able to do that, these techniques that you're teaching and the study skills that you're teaching, that will make a world of a difference for those types of students. The note taking, the studying skills, the planning, all three things that will make or break a student's career. So I feel as if introducing that or strengthening that in a student, that makes a world of a difference.